Hello there.
You look ravishing. So lovely to see you.
Very much.
You're welcome. So I read in an interview, and I'm going to paraphrase here, that when you think about acting, it's really about the storytelling, and your job is to tell the story.
Did I say that? That sounds like somebody else. I think what I say is that it's all about dressing up and playing and having a laugh with my friends, really.
And is that what happened on this movie?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And well, it starts with a filmmaker telling me about a film they want to make, and me going, I want to see that film, and that's what Scott did. He said, I'm going to make a Marvel film, which I was kind of into seeing anyway, because I'm a Marvel fan, like most of the planet and the galaxy. But I'm going to make a film about creation and not destruction. So I was in from that point, and then he told me he was going to be in it, and I thought, okay.
Because, Benedict Cumberbatch, Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yeah. No, it's all great.
Something else you can tell me if this is also true or false that I read is your familial concept of filmmaking, that when you're on set, it's about family.
Well, that is actually a fact. It's been the case for me always, that you work together. I mean, we all have ways of working alone, but I think you make films to kind of join the circus and make some home movies with your family. And I'm really lucky to have a number of families, and this is a new family. I'm very, very proud to be a part of the Marvel family. Our Sorcerer Supreme is Kevin Feige, and he really, really does run a kind of, family outing for us.
Yeah, it's true. We've heard that across the board, from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. all the way up to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Something else, too, that I wonder is, you've played a vampire, you've played a witch, now you're playing the Ancient One. Otherworldly characters, what tends to draw you to them?
I really I'm very interested in mortality, and I'm a kind of big believer in mortality. We all have a limited span, and that's a good thing, and we need to fill our days properly and meet what's coming. But as such, I'm interested in immortality as well. I'm interested in what it would be like to live for 700 years. And the Ancient One has this capacity to have a kind of perspective that I think we can all really learn from. I mean, we all know it from people of 70 anyway. Yeah. Maybe some people of 7 have it too. But that feeling of the long view and that feeling of priorities, and knowing that a life lived for ego and a life lived through fear is not really a life well lived, and that a life lived in service to others, drawing on your best self, it's really rad. It's not some old hippie nonsense. It's really, for real, a good thing.
Well, speaking of that, I know that you've got a school that you've actually founded,
yes.
And so much of this film is actually about teacher and student relationships and mentoring.
Yeah.
What kind of student were you?
Was I?
Yeah.
I was a super bored student waiting for my school days to end so my life could begin. And when I had the opportunity to found this upper school that my children now go to, it was to make sure that they didn't have that experience, that they felt really engaged from the very beginning, and that I believe my kids have always felt that they were living their life, and not all kids do, and I think that's what we have an opportunity to look at in Radical Education, is how to have a really happy childhood, an engaged childhood, and how to love learning, and how to learn stuff, rather than just learn things off rote for an exam. So we don't have any tests in our school.
Oh, I think I want to go to her school.
Yeah,
well,
you can enroll.
We unfortunately have to let you go because there are a lot of people who want to talk to you. Thank you so much for talking with the fans.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.